Hi guys, first of all, thank you very much for your fantastic response to my previous few videos, for all your subscriptions, likes and comments that you've sent to me. I really appreciate that. That helps us to, expand our channel and get more people in. I also want to introduce myself to people who are first time on my YouTube channel, who are first time watching me. I am Dr. Nash Jocic, bodybuilding champion with experience of over 40 years in the world of bodybuilding. I competed 46 times around the world and I won 17 titles. During that time, I also managed to train and personally advise over 3,000 clients and help them to get in the best shape of their lives. I also published 8 books, which are all on my website, waiting for you. And they cover subjects like fat loss, muscle growth, bodybuilding, competitive bodybuilding, lifestyle change, and of course, nutrition. So if you want to expand your knowledge, if you want to widen your horizons in these topics, please visit my website, nashfittraining.com, and on the page shop, you will find these ebooks, which are full of detailed explanation of everything you need to know about the subjects that I just mentioned. Now, today I want to talk to you about the main reason why I started training bodybuilding, why I started lifting. So during my secondary school years, when I was around 16, I was very active. I actually played football, I ran, and I was very much into sports. But the problem is that I never looked as good as I wanted to. My body didn't actually look athletic. I was lean, but not necessarily well developed as I wanted, as I imagine I should or I can be. And I think everything started one day when I saw the picture of a national champion in bodybuilding in a sports magazine, and I was absolutely fascinated by his look. Now, I wasn't fascinated just because of his sheer size and the volume of his muscles, but what captured my attention mostly was actually the proportionate development of his body. Basically, he had small waist, he had big shoulders and well-shaped legs and calves, and the whole body looked amazing. But later on I understood that amazement actually wasn't in, again, just sheer size, but was actually in that proportional development. So that aesthetic expression, that aesthetic feeling that I had was something that completely took over me. So my beginnings were very rough. I didn't know much, and all I wanted in the beginning was just to get stronger because I didn't know much about training. I didn't have equipment, and I was just doing things as much as I could have. But after a couple of years, I actually ended up getting a bit bigger, leaner, but I also wasn't necessarily in the shape that I wanted to be because my proportions were not right. So I did a photo shoot, and I was very careful and very critical about myself, and I assessed everything, and I realized actually that although I'm getting bigger in certain body parts, I'm not getting better. So that better wasn't just to get, again, bigger in what you are already big, but to get bigger and better in the parts which you are lacking. So why I'm saying this to you? I'm saying this because I see in the gyms a lot of people who have developed, for example, incredible upper body. You can see the massive shoulders and big arms and very thick back, and that looked phenomenal. But then when you look downstairs, when you look at their legs, they haven't got anything. And they're just carrying on like that. So aesthetically, it's a complete failure, at least from my point of view. So you may agree with it, may not, but I'm just giving you my opinion about what you should be looking for in order to really develop that aesthetically pleasing physique. Now, what matters the most are proportions. So you want to have your broad shoulders, big chest, arms, obviously, but you want to have very small waist. You don't want to have big bellies as now unfortunately, professional bodybuilders are showing all around the world with those extended bellies that they look absolutely ridiculous. And more I see people like that. And also there are a lot of people who just pay attention to the muscle groups they have developed already, and they want to make them bigger. But the rest of the body is constantly behind, and that the whole picture is like distorted image of something that should have been much better aesthetic expression. So I'm saying this in order to make you more aware of importance of developing every muscle group. So let's say calves, for example, which are the most neglected muscle group in the body for most of the people. People just don't train them, and then they say, oh, you know, genetically they are not good enough. Well, you know, genetically or not, you have to do them as much as you can. They can be short, they can be long, but whatever muscle you have, it can grow. So sorry, excuse not accepted. Go and do them, find a way, do them every day, every other day, do them in high reps, low reps. Try everything that you can, just make them grow. The same applies to legs. Now, unfortunately, new classes in bodybuilding are as such as they don't motivate people to develop proportionate physiques, but just to focus on, let's say, upper body. This is why you have this physique class, which is created for people who, for one reason or another, don't have well-developed quads, or didn't want to do that, or couldn't do that, or didn't know enough, but ended up being completely disproportionate. But never mind, you just put these long shorts and off you go, and it will give you the title and it will give you pro card or whatever. I absolutely disagree with that, right? I come from the world of bodybuilding that started with Sergio Oliva, with Arnold, and Lee Haney, and everybody else after them. And in those days and in that world, you know what? If you don't have legs, you don't have calves. Forget it. Forget it. You have to have everything. And this is something that I would like to revive, basically, that idea that people should be developing everything and optimizing their aesthetic potential, because at the end of the day, you know, we have certain proportions which are obviously pleasing and certain which are not. So again, my main reason why I started lifting was actually that aesthetic satisfaction of the proportionate, well-developed physique. Not necessarily to be the biggest guy in the gym or the biggest guy in the village or something like that, but rather to get this proportionate development of every single muscle group. So I hope that you got the message, and I hope that you're going to start training every muscle group as much as they deserve. And in the next video, I'm going to talk to you about breaking plateau. So what happens when you train everything and your chest and your back just grow fantastic, but then your shoulders or your legs, they don't. So what do? This can happen to everybody. Obviously, depending on your genetic predispositions, you can train everything with same intensity and same passion and knowledge, but some parts, some muscle groups will just explode, while other ones will not. So I wasn't genetically gifted to have everything in place. I had to work very hard and focus on the muscle groups which were lacking, which were underdeveloped, work 2, 3, 4 times harder and more on them in order to get finally that physique, which was perfectly proportioned, as you can see on the images of me while competing and while on the stage. So guys, I hope you like this video, and if you did, please subscribe to my channel, give comments, and like the video. And I hope to see you in the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves.